SB Union High School and Junior College Pune welcomes you. Children, I am Deepa Fadke. We had already started learning about Standard 9 Political Science, Chapter 5, India and Other Countries. So we will continue learning about India's relations with other countries in Part 2. Children, we have studied the relationship of India with Pakistan and China considering certain issues, considering certain aspects. Now we will be studying about India and other neighbors like Afghanistan, which is located at India's northwestern region. It comes towards northern region actually, but at the same time it falls in the western direction. India has always extended help to Afghanistan to bring peace, security, stability, curb violence, and also establish a democratic government and establishing communication facilities, cooperating into the fields of science, building schools, health facilities, and irrigation technology, which the Afghanistan had got destroyed due to war-like situations. We can understand one thing, children. Afghanistan is an Islamic country and it's been always supported by India. In which aspects India has been supportive to Afghanistan? Basically to bring about peace, security and stability, curbing or abolishing violence and establishing democratic republic country, democratic government into Afghanistan. India has always supported it. India also has helped in establishing communication facilities. India has been very cooperative towards Afghanistan into the fields of science, then building schools, dams, creating more health facilities, then helping them in irrigation technology. Due to all these help or assistance which India has shown towards Afghanistan, Afghanistan could recover very well. Now it's been known as one of the respectful country into the world politics. The situation had got worsened in Afghanistan due to war situations, but now with the help of India, Afghanistan could recover very well, and that's the reason there are very good and friendly relations between India and Bangladesh. The next neighboring country which we are going to study about India's relationship is Nepal. The boundaries of Nepal and Bhutan are linked with India and China. There was a friendship treaty between India and Nepal in 1950, according to which Nepal citizens are not only allowed to enter India but also permitted to take up government jobs and carry on trade in India. The year 1990 marked the beginning of Nepal's transition to democracy. India has sent a lot of aid to Nepal at the time of 2015 earthquake. Nepal is dependent on India in terms of food, economic progress, trade and energy needs. So after going through these paragraphs, we will understand that India has always been supportive and cooperative with Nepal. Nepal and Bhutan, they share India's boundaries, borders, and the friendship treaty that was signed between India and Nepal in 1950, it has given a lot of freedom to Nepalis or Nepal citizens to enter into India. They are allowed to roam in India, they can be residents of India, they can take up government jobs in India, and also they can continue having trade relations with India freely according to this friendship treaty in 1950. The year 1990 has also marked the beginning of Nepal to be a democratic country, and wherein India has supported to Nepal very much. India has sent a lot of aid in the form of money, aid in the form of different commodities to Nepal during the time of earthquake that took place in 2015. So you can understand this, that Nepal is dependent on India, whereas many needs or commodities or products are concerned in terms of food, economic progress, trade, then technological progress, energy, etc. So when we study about India's relationship with Nepal, you can say that yes, there are friendly relations between India and Nepal, like India and Afghanistan. India bears the responsibility of the defense of Bhutan. Bhutan actually is a very small nation which is located towards the northeastern direction of India. It's a neighboring country to Nepal, we can say. So, Bhutan has a very huge source of water which can be beneficial from India's point of view. That's the reason India has cooperated in the project to produce hydropower on a large scale using the source that is available in Bhutan. So when we study about the relationship between India and Bhutan, yes, they are neighboring countries, they are the true neighbors of each other, and there is friendly relation between both the countries, and India morally bears the responsibility of protecting Bhutan, about the defense of Bhutan, and the large source of water which Bhutan has been very cooperative and has been very beneficial from India's point of view. That's the reason the project to produce hydropower on a large scale has been taken up by both the nations together. Myanmar is India's door to the Southeast Asian countries. That's the reason Myanmar has important place into Indian relations with other countries. South Asia, Middle Asia, Southeast Asia are connected with each other with the rail and roadways that are being developed in this area of Myanmar. This will help increase trade and other exchange in this region. So India will be able to import natural gas from Myanmar. That's the reason, keeping all these benefits in mind, India has developed friendly relations with Myanmar. And you can understand one more thing about Myanmar, that if treaties are signed, then Myanmar can be very, very helpful to India. So roadways, railways that are connecting to Myanmar have been it has to be built up actually. This will help increase trade and other exchange between India and Myanmar, as well as other countries that can be reached from Myanmar. Let's know about Myanmar and Aung San Suu Kyi. Aung San Suu Kyi is credited with having established democracy in Myanmar after a long drawn struggle against the military regime there. Children, you can correlate like India's freedom struggle against the Britishers, and here Myanmar's freedom struggle against military regime over there. Aung San Suu Kyi has been awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for her notable work in attaining freedom for Myanmar. Like Myanmar, now we will study about Maldives. India's relations with Maldives have been very friendly right from the beginning. The small nation Maldives to the south of India is dependent on India for a lot of reasons. Children, you can have a look at Maldives in the map that is provided in your textbook on page number 84. This Maldives has been a very small nation towards the south direction of India, whole and soul dependent on India for a lot of reasons. Trade relations have been established between the two nations since 1981. India has helped Maldives in the development of basic facilities like infrastructure, health, communication services, and then in 2006 onwards, cooperation in the military field also started between both the countries. These two countries have entered into treaties with respect to cooperation in space research, conservation of historical objects, and tourism. So, similarly, they have decided to cooperate in the area of fighting against terrorism. So, broadly, you can say that very good friendly relations have been developed between India and Maldives. Maldives is located in the southern direction of India, which is an island which is dependent on India on many ways, many aspects like infrastructure, then health facilities, etc. And from 2006 onwards, there has been cooperation in the military field also, which has been started between both the nations, and both the nations have entered into treaties with in cooperation regarding space research, conservation of historical objects, etc., as well as tourism. So, you can say that both the nations have developed cordial relations between them, and also they cooperate in the area, in the aspect against terrorism. Let's study about SAARC, children. SAARC, SAARC means South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation. This is an organization which has been established by we cannot say all, but by the South Asian countries in 1985. What was the aim of this organization? The aim was to encourage economic cooperation amongst South Asian nations and thereby achieve the development of the South Asian region. If we compare, children, South Asian region to the Western nations, Western countries, the growth is not up to the mark. So, to develop cooperation, to encourage economic cooperation so that the development of the South Asian region takes place. This was the main aim. This organization is a platform for South Asian countries to come together, discuss about common questions, issues and interests. Some common interests of South Asian countries are alleviation of poverty, development of agriculture, technological revolution. Some treaties were also signed by all these SAARC nations on the SAARC platform to make it easy for South Asian countries to trade with each other. As a part of this, it has been decided that South Asia should be made into a free trade area. For an equitable development of South Asian countries, a treaty about forming South Asian Free Trade Area was also signed and South Asian University was established. Now, when we study about this organization, which has been established at the international level by the South Asian countries in 1985, we need to study the aim of this organization. What is the main aim of this organization, children? The aim is to encourage economic cooperation for the development of the South Asian region. SAARC has become a platform to discuss common issues, common problems as well as interests. And from this, there are certain objectives like the alleviation of poverty, development of agriculture and technological revolution. As well as even these SAARC nations have understood, and finally it was been decided that South Asia should be made into a free trade area. And from this point of view, even South Asian University was established, and now a treaty was signed amongst all these SAARC associations, SAARC Asian countries, and now the forming of South Asian Free Trade Area was also signed by these nations so that these nations can make their economical progress, taking help of each other, cooperating each other. So these are the questions, children, which you need to answer about are: what was the purpose behind establishing the organization SAARC? To encourage economic cooperation for the development of the South Asian region. How many member nations are there in SAARC today? And what are the common interests of South Asian countries? Children, you're going to find out these answers of these questions on your own on internet. So please do this activity as well. So children, we have learned this lesson up to Sark association. We will continue learning remaining chapter in the next video session. So till then, read the whole lesson, mark all the answers for learning purpose, and let's meet in the next video session. Till then, thank you.